Hello everyone, this is Type, the coach of the Metagross Magnitogorsk. It is time for the fifth and the last pool games of the NPL Tryout tournament. As we are facing we are facing AlmightyArceus, the coach of the let's see if I can do this without my voice cracking completely. Of the Los Angeles Lycanrocs. I have to apologize in advance since my throat is very dry for whatever reason. I'm not exactly sick, so I don't really know what's going on in my throat, but whatever. Let's get this stuff started. So, the matchups. As you can see, my opponent has got a roster of Mega Mobile, Hydreigon, Rotom Wash, Gothitelle Superior, Fagrigus, Piloswine, Chansey, Ninjask, Volcarona, Lapras, and Cobbink. And I have got the team in the left, as you can see. And my opponent has 4 Z users. They are Fagrigus, Ninjask, Volcarona, and Carbink. And I got Latios, Gramble, and Spiritomb. So, a little bit, it's a quite an interesting team. Mega Mobile, of course, it's not so much of a threat offensively to me as it's defensively, as it's kind of stopping a few of my potential win cons, such as Latios and Nihiligo. Chansey is annoying because my team is mostly special, but I have some cool tricks for that. So yeah, but I built a pretty cool team. However, I must say I made some errors in the prep. So you'll see how they affected the game. Anyway, what I got is I'm bringing an offensive Celesteela for the first time, so I'm running Air Slash, Giga Drain, Leech Seed, and Autotomize with weakness policy. Pretty much just max speed, max special attack, modest. Yeah, so this is a very good set against pretty much every mon except for the mobile. I'm running the Leech Seed for the chances, so it won't be able to 1v1 me very easily. And if I get some flinches, I actually have maybe a chance to even 1v1 it completely. Then I got Trapinch, so this was a first. It was a focusless Trapinch to help me trap the mobile, and also, if needed, the Volcarona with the Sash. But I decided to go with Eviolite instead because I was not bringing any kind of hazard removal, so I figured that this is actually a little bit easier way to take on the mobile if it has not set up any Swords Dances. So I have Earthquake, Rock Slide, Crunch, and Bug Bite for the coverage for all the different things. Next I got Greninja, so it's a lead Greninja with Taunt, Toxic Spikes, Surf, and U-Turn. So this is like the 4th team in my pool without any grounded poison, which is very interesting. So I'm going to bring Toxic Spikes again, definitely to support my offensive mons. I got a Breloom, which is not banded this time. It's Joy Scarf. I figured that Joy Scarf has a very good matchup and good speed. It got Super Power, Bullet Seed, Rock Tomb, and Spore. I'm actually Adamant. Adamant max speed outspeeds max speed superior with 1 point, which is super cool. So I don't have to run Jolly, which I like a lot. Then I got actually sub DD Latios with Outrage, Earthquake, and Dragonium. I figured that kind of set actually has a very good chance to sweep, or at least like dent some holes into my opponent's team. And last I have a AV Nihiligo, which is a very cool one because it can take on Serp and Volcarona on very nicely, and also have acid spray to in case like Chansey tries to wall me, so it won't be like a super big of a threat. I'm sorry for if you can hear those Discord noises. It's from me. I'm gonna pull myself. Yeah, I'm gonna make myself don't disturb on Discord. Alright, anyway. So my opponent decides to bring a very offensive looking team. It's absolutely fine because pretty much all of my offensive mons look very good in here after I get mobile weakened or trapped. Ninjask is there, which is a bit annoying. I mean, I have my offensive Celesteela there, so I can potentially like take the Ninja's on, but unfortunately speed pass is allowed, which is like cancer, just straight up. But whatever, I'm gonna lead off with my Greninja, just get off the T-Spike and go from there. So my opponent hard leads up with the Ninjask. I got for Sab as I just set up my T-Spikes. So I'm just gonna, I believe, surf here. I think RVCX Scissor brings me down to the Sash. I'm actually gonna go with my Celesteela because I don't think Ninja's can do anything to me, so I can just go for an Air Slash. And actually, yeah, it just chips me down a little since I don't have any leftovers. He actually, like, in the when we were like talking later all after the match, or even during the match, he kinda showed. Actually, no, I don't go for Lychee first. I go for Autotomize, and this is perfect because if he goes for a Volt Switch, I'm gonna get my weakness policy popped. But yeah, he was like expecting an offensive Celesteela because it has a very good matchup. Right here, I'm gonna go for Lychee, which is definitely a big misplay because obviously I'll speed the thing, but it actually works out because, well, not really, but like he goes for Light Screen, so that's cool. I'm just gonna go for Giga Drain. And this is obviously bad. I luckily get a crit with my first attempt, but it doesn't really matter. I go for Lychee because right here I'm expecting. I mean, he's just a Calm Mind. That's obviously what I'm expecting if he brings it in against the Celesteela. But good thing I have Air Slash, so I have always a chance to just keep flinching him, and that's really what I'm banking on here. I mean, I do have the Spore on my Breloom, but it's still gonna be very hard to break this thing. I guess I can take a Psychic with my Nihiligo and just spam a few acid sprays if I can't break this. But really, it's like I'm really banking on getting a flinch right this turn, and luckily enough, it happens. I mean, it's a pretty high chance, so. I mean, definitely unfortunate for my opponent, but at least we get a fair game. I didn't really consider Gothitelle that big of a threat, but it almost did a lot. Anyway, here I'm just gonna actually, like, I saw how much Air Slash did. Of course, I didn't really consider the fact that he will get a lot more special defense upon Mega Evolving. But anyway, I'm gonna go for Air Slash again, and then I go for Lychee, kinda expecting another Sucker Punch, but he makes a good play, goes for Sucker Punch. I'm gonna now sack my Greninja with the idea of trapping this thing with the trappings, forgetting that I changed my set to the Eviolites at last minute. So Player Off just destroys me, which sucks because I just killed my trappings for nothing there. I did the play because I was thinking I was searched. But yeah, I bring in Breloom, which is Scarf. I just go for Rock Tomb because really I don't want the Volcarona to come in. I don't mind if Surf comes in, gets a speed boost, because there's literally nothing he can do to Nihiligo. I mean, he could glare, but like I don't really care. Like he goes for Sab, but you will see how much he'll do with Leaf Storm. Like absolutely nothing. So I can just Sludge Wave and. I go for another as he actually switches out, thinking that I would be Scarf, but I'm AV, so like he didn't cock it, but he said that he thought I was Scarf. So I go for HP Fire here, and I get to revenge get rid of the Mobile. So yeah, now in comes a Ninja's guy. I can just click Power Gem, and what happens next is something I didn't expect at all. He goes for a Tectonic Rage. Very cool tech for the Nihiligo. That sucks, and what sucks especially is that I just was very sloppy with the prep there. I should have definitely been speed boosting, because I would have pretty much won the game right there if I ran speed boosting Nihiligo. So basically 2 bad missed preps already with the Evilite Trapinch and the wrong spread. The wrong spread Nihiligo there. And I actually also auto-atomize on the Ninjask, whereas I should have just kept Air Slashing and hope for a crit on the pass. So as you can see here, he even risks a crit going for Quiver Dance, but I don't really have any chance of winning anymore. So yeah, I just lose 5-0, which is bad because I started off so well with 3-4-0 wins, and now I basically reduced my I was 3-0 plus 12, and now I'm at 3-2 plus 3. So I was actually certain that I would not make it to the brackets. And I was actually planning to make this talk about how bullshit baton pass is, and how the system should be that it's head-to-head record versus differential that decides the tiebreakers. Actually, it turns out it is. So I don't have to talk shit about that. I mean, that's gonna make my point that it's the nature of Pokemon doesn't really support the differential way of thinking when it comes to tiebreakers, simply because as in this game, this was very close to being 5-0 to me if I just had speed boosting Nihiligo, because the maybe not 5-0, but the ninjas wouldn't have been able to set up on me because I was faster than it. Rodon was never gonna kill me, so I just click either Acid Spray or Sludge Wave. I think Gothita was very low, so yeah, I was just gonna sweep with Nihiligo from there. So my point is that Pokemon isn't a kind of game where the differential necessarily tells how well someone played or how close the match was. And of course, speed boost is just cancer. So please, or actually no, that's too kind. If you think speed boost is balanced, just get 8 or something. Or if not, if 8 is too aggressive, just get some 8. Okay, for your mental health. Alright, anyway, this is all. Hope you enjoyed. This is Type signing out. Bye.